Hello, welcome to a vlog, and the first vlog of 2024. It is the 1st of January. I have people throwing things at me, which is... Where did that even go?
I don't know.
What was it? I don't know. It's the 1st of January, and one of my New Year goals is that I want to do more challenge-based videos. So, pass me the jar.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Jar. In this jar, I have got a random selection of challenges that I will need to fulfill when I feel the desire. So, we're going to start the year off with a challenge vlog, and let's see what the challenge is. Where's the silica back? Okay. This one. It's a little one. Oh. Play catch up. Read those 2023 releases.
That's a good way to kick off.
That is a very
start.
good way to start 2024. It seems that that's what I'm up to this week, and I have no idea what to start with.
What's the biggest book that came out in 2023?
A Day of Fallen Night.
Oh, yeah! I was just about to say Day of Fallen Night anyway.
It's time, baby! Day of Fallen Night is my first read of 2024. And that seems like a very logical beginning. I'm quite excited.
Me too.
Hello! It is the 3rd of January, and I thought I should update you. My pick from the jar, obviously, was 2023 release. I am reading A Day of Fallen Night. It is here. It is big. It is chunky. And I am not there. I am 195 pages in currently. So I really need to pick up the pace. It's Wednesday night, and if I want to read more than one book this week, I need to pick it up. Otherwise, this is just a Day of Fallen Night vlog. That's all it is. So I need to sort it out. So far I'm enjoying it. It's definitely got a lot of characters. I find myself forgetting who people are. But at this stage, in a fantasy of this size, I do try not to worry about that so much. I know that the important people will always come back. I will be reminded. So I do try not to put too much thought and pressure and focus on that confusion, and just kind of go with the flow and enjoy what I'm reading for what I'm reading, and know that when I'm around here, I will probably know what's going on. I feel like the start of the plot has just happened, like an event that is probably going to propel other events has happened. So I'm excited to continue. But as with Priory, I'm enjoying the writing. It is fairly easy reading, like content-wise. Like, it's not dense, it's just confusing because there's so many characters. Having a good time. Just need to get a move on. And I wanted to also show you that I got my planner, and I'm very glad to have my planner. She's beautiful. I'm so pleased. I haven't filled much in yet, obviously. It's the 3rd of January. But I am excited to do so. I love it. It's so cute. Like, the illustration's so cute. Look, there's a tiny dragon. Anyway, that's your update for now. I'm gonna take Day of Fallen Night to bed with me, see if I can read any more. But I am really tired, so might not happen. But progress is slowly being made. I have finally done it. I don't even think I updated you during my reading process with this beast of a book. My little bumblebee bookmark can actually come out of there now, because I'm all done. Finished. Done. Conquered. what a book to start my year with. And did it take a long time for me to get through it? Yes. Yes, it did. It is the 7th. So this whole week should have been a week of 2023 releases. I have just finished this one, and that's it. That's as far as I got. So I'm actually going to extend this vlog into next week as well, because I think you deserve to see me read more than one book, you know, so we're extending. Great start to the doing more weekly challenge vlogs, because, yeah, I mean, it was a big book, it was ambitious, and what a book to start the year with. Yeah, I haven't given you any thoughts whilst reading this, but it took me about half of this book. This is like 868 pages. It took me half of this book to feel like something was happening and it was going somewhere and we were getting to something. There was a lot of build-up, which makes sense because there's a lot of different perspectives from, well, there's 3 main different perspectives from different areas of this world, and each of those areas have their own political system, their own belief system, and in order for the story to make sense, you have to understand that. So I guess I get it. And I love political stories, so that usually wouldn't bother me. But it just felt like being 400 pages in, and I was like, I feel like I'm still just waiting for something to happen, was a lot. But I have run it through Core Pile. Character-wise, I've given it a 9. Honestly, I enjoyed all of the characters. I thought they were all very well-built, very realistic and understandable as characters with their own ambitions and so on. I really enjoyed all of the characters. There were definitely some that I enjoyed more than others, but yeah, I liked them. I will say I don't think I came to particularly love any of them. Like, this book has a fairly emotional ending, but it didn't hit me emotionally because I don't think I loved any of the characters enough for that. But I have given it a 9 for characters. I've given it an 8 for atmosphere. I enjoyed that aspect of it. I've given it an 8 for writing as well. An 8 for plot, a 7 for intrigue, because the intrigue in the latter half did pick up. I don't know if a 7 is generous. I don't know. I've given it an 8 for logic. I found logic really hard to rate sometimes. There were definitely a couple of moments where I was like, what? But most of the time, like, everything that happens logically within the world. Like, it makes sense. And enjoyment, I've given it a 7. Because again, needing to get halfway definitely has deducted a couple of points from the enjoyment score. But then it was very good. And I did enjoy it. So, 7. There's my thoughts on that. It's come out at a 4-star, 7.86 overall on Core Pile. So that is how my year has started. I'm very glad to have this beast off my TBR, to be honest with you. So that is exciting. And the book that I am so desperate to pick up, I'm gonna have to do it. Like, I keep playing with the idea that it doesn't, like, now's not the time, I should wait for a better time, but I want to read The Darkness Before Them by Matthew Ward so badly. Like, this is really what I want to read. And this week, Steph is hosting a readathon to read subscription box books, and I want to participate in that because I should get better at that, but I want to read this. Broken Binding did do an edition of this, and she said she'll let me count it for that, so yeah. But yeah, this is on my priority list for 2024, so knocking one out early is a good thing. And this is a 2023 release that I thought I would have gobbled up by now. Of course, it doesn't tell me what month, but it is a 2023 release that I honestly thought I would have read before 2024, so for the whole play catch-up, read a 2023 release, this makes a lot of sense to me. And when I spoke about it in the priority reads video, it just made me so excited to start, and I'm still so excited to start. So this is about a woman called Kat, who has the ability to, like, speak to spirits and, like, control them, tell them what to do. Interesting power. She's not a hero, she just wants to be free, to have her old life back, but rebellion rekindles, and the war for the future begins. Everyone will have to pick a side. So we've got empire in turmoil, buzzword, buzzword, and yeah, I'm excited. I have loved what I've read from Matthew Ward before, so yeah. I've made my decision. I'm gonna read this, and I'm very excited about it. Day of Fallen Night was good. I enjoyed it. It didn't make me super excited. This is making me excited, so hopefully when I actually read it, those feelings will continue. Fingers crossed. Hello friends, it's been a while since I updated you. In fact, I can't remember the last time I updated you. I think it was when I started The Darkness Before Them. I am so far into this now, and by so far, I mean 320 pages. 320 pages into this one. I am enjoying it, but definitely not as much as Legacy. So Matthew Ward, the author of this, is also the author of Legacy of Ash and the Legacy trilogy. I loved the first two books in that series. This isn't giving me the same level of enjoyment. It feels like a much slower read, but I am still very much enjoying it. It's just not quite as fast paced. And, you know, kind of different. This is about a group of thieves and an uprising against the houses in power and so on, and also vengeance, because all paths lead to vengeance. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not loving it, and I've still got a decent way to go. I feel like I'm being quite dismissive of it, but it's not bad. I am having a good time. It's just no Legacy. The concept of the whole control over the spirit elements and stuff, and how spirit elements are used in this world, very fascinating. And I'm enjoying the characters as well. Kat as a main character is pretty interesting. She doesn't want to be a hero, but these stories are spreading of the things that she's done, kind of by accident, and she's becoming a bit of a legend against her own will. It's interesting to see that play out, when really all she wants is vengeance, because all roads lead to vengeance. However, I am currently doing a round of my Pokeathon gyms with my patrons. Today, currently, is 1:20 in the morning. So I wanted a book to dedicate to that, so I am putting The Darkness Before Them on pause for a day, and still within the theme of this vlog, 2023 release, but also fitting the prompt for the readathon for the weekend as well, or the day. It's a 24-hour readathon. I have decided to pick up The Hunters by Jadeyraereads, so I am reading 2 books off my priority list at the same time, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing that is happening. And so far I'm really enjoying this. I like Jadeyraereads' writing style, and this is definitely feeling a lot faster, a lot more immediately intriguing and compelling to me. Like, I've only been reading for just over half an hour, and I'm like 40 pages in? Yeah, 40 pages in-ish. But I'm intrigued already. Like, there's lots of different characters that seem to be after one another. But the premise of this one is our main character, Ree, is on the run. She'd always dreaded an unravelling, a day of reckoning, the avatar of her past coming to claim her back. She's a woman with a violent past, one she thought she had left behind, but the past refuses to stay buried and hers is about to catch up with her. This time there will be blood. So we've seen Ree at the beginning of this, and then, as I say, there's a couple of other bunches of characters that I feel are after Ree for one reason or another, and I'm very intrigued to find out why, what her past is all about, and where she's gonna go, what she's gonna do. But David Ragg's writing style is very enjoyable to me. I like the bluntness of it. Like, it's quite funny and blunt. I like the way he does dialogue. Like, dialogue is very engaging and humorous to my taste. Like the insults the characters throw at each other and stuff. Like, I'm enjoying. And I'm only 40 pages in, so long way to go still. But having a good time. But I thought I should just update you, because it's been a while and I haven't, and I've now started another book and still haven't finished anything. So my year's reading is going terribly so far. I've finished Day of Fallen Night, and hopefully by the end of this week I will have finished both of these as well. But I should finish The Hunters within this 24-hour period, and then I'll get back to Darkness and we'll hopefully finish both of them. It's a little Finny boy. Hello, a little Finny boy. You sleepy? Yeah. You're a good boy. Well, my dear friends, the day is over and I finished the book. When did I tell you I started it? Did I update you as the gym started at midnight? It's now just gone midnight. Bless me. It's just gone midnight, so in 24 hours I did manage to complete The Hunters, which is another 2023 release that I thought I was going to gobble up as soon as it landed on my lap, and I didn't. But I did gobble it up today, and oh my god, I loved it. It felt so very David Ragg. It was just what I wanted, I think, from a David Ragg book. Like, I loved the Black Hawks and the comedy and stuff that was in there, and it had similar tones. Like, we still had that comedy in there, we still had the action and the brutality, and I did worry before reading this, like, is it going to be too samey? Like, the Black Hawks is a group of mercenaries, and this one follows more mercenaries, trained killers, and so on, and I thought, oh, is it going to be very similar? Like, too similar, the samey, like, is he a one-trick pony sort of thing? Can confirm, was not. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I loved the relationship between our two main characters, Ree and Giovanni. Ree is running from her past, and Giovanni, the child that she looks after, or the child she's on the run with, or possibly her niece. Like, the relationship between them and the back and forth is very good. And some of the other characters, it was actually one of the other characters that got me tearing up just a little bit. I didn't full on cry, but there was a moment where my eyes were glazed. I was feeling a little teary, but yeah, didn't totally cry, but that was very good. I enjoyed a whole heck of a ton. I am now really tired though, so I'm gonna take myself off to bed, but thoroughly enjoyed that one, which does mean that I now need to finish this one for us to wrap up this vlog. So my task for tomorrow is to finish The Darkness Before Them. I feel like these two books in my mind kind of have a parallel. Like, I had read two books from David Ragg before and very much enjoyed both of them, two books in a series that he's done before. I have read two books from Matthew Ward before that I've very much enjoyed, two books in a different series from Matthew Ward. So both of these authors were like really excited to pick up their next release, gonna gobble them up immediately, and I didn't, and this is the week that I have ended up picking up both of them. This one has ended up being everything I wanted it to be, and this one definitely has not gone down as I expected it to. As I said before though, not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just not what I was expecting it to be. I'm going to carry on with it tomorrow and hopefully finish it so we can round out this vlog, because I feel like it's been going on for way too long. So I'll speak to you tomorrow, or later today, because it's gone midnight. Good night. I did it. I finished the book. I have finished The Darkness Before Them. Finally, I've read a decent portion today, but it is finally complete. However, it's very late, so I'm actually going to come back to talk to you about my final feelings tomorrow. But she's done. I did finish her. Good night. I read like a massive chunk of this yesterday to finish it out. I was so eager to get it finished. I was very excited. Oh, I think I have told you this, comparing this to The Hunters, in that I've read 2 books from Matthew Ward before, loved both of them, intrigued to see his other series. This kind of disappointed me because it wasn't as good, in my opinion, as the Legacy trilogy or what I've read of that so far. And it kind of lost me for a lot in the middle. Like the beginning, I was very intrigued, and the end was very good. There was a plot twist that I did not see coming at the end, and I really liked the position that that put our main character in and the choices that that forced her to make. That was very compelling. But a good chunk of the middle of this, it lost me, and I struggled with finding any sort of desire to pick it back up. I have run it through Core Pile, so I can tell you. For characters, I gave it a 6. I liked them, didn't love them, didn't feel particularly emotionally connected to any of them, but I did like our main character. Atmosphere, I gave it a 7. I liked the world, I liked the atmosphere in some of the like heisty situations. Not like stupidly strong, but pretty good. Writing, I've given it an 8. 8 seems very strong for a book where I've said it lost me for a while, but I do like Matthew Ward's writing. I like his dialogue. I like the way he weaves things together and drops these little clues for then in the end everything to come together in this twist, but like it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. Like I do think it's very cleverly written. So 8. Plot, I've given a 6. Because again, it lost me for a good portion in the middle, but that twist made up for it at the end and brought some points back for plot. But so much of the middle felt very and kind of low on plot. Intrigue, 5. I definitely felt in that middle period like I could either take it or leave it. There were a few people that suggested DNFing. I didn't want to do that, so the intrigue was there, it just wasn't very strong, so I went for a bang in the middle 5 for that. Logic, 7. There were things that didn't make sense, there were things that did. I feel kind of comfortable with that. And for enjoyment, a 6. A little bit more than slap bang in the middle average. I think because in my mind I'm comparing it to Legacy of Ash and Legacy of Steel that I really loved. It's just not scoring any higher than a 6. So overall that's a 6.43, which is a 3-star on Core Pile. And that is that. Would I recommend it? Probably. If you haven't read Legacy of Ash, probably. If you've read Legacy of Ash, I think that's better, so do with that information what you will. But there we go. And that means that this week I have played catch up, and I have read Day of Fallen Night, The Darkness Before Them, and The Hunters. Or this week. This vlog, it's been more than a week. Not included in this vlog, I have also reread The Discord of Gods during this time. It just wasn't related to the playing catch-up theme of this, so I don't speak about that. Discord of Gods is one of my favourite books though, so of course that one got 5 stars. It was a reread, loved it. Simples. But yeah, I've knocked off 3 of the books that I should have read last year, and I've done that as a priority for this year, so I feel pretty good about that. There were 3 books that I definitely kept saying all of last year, oh, I'll get to that one soon, I'll get to that one soon, I'll get to that one soon. My camera so rudely died there. Can't remember exactly what I was saying, but I think I was saying that knocking off 3 of the 2023 releases that I should have got to last year is a pretty strong way to start the year out, and if I can keep that up and read some of those anticipated releases I should have got to, then that would be fabulous. But with all that being said, before my camera does anything else stupid, I am going to wrap this vlog up. So thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have had a good time. If you have, give us a thumbs up, chat to me down below. Let me know what some of your first reads of the year have been. If you've read multiple, if you're still on your first read of the year, let me know what it is and how it's going. And hey, if you aren't subscribed and fancy subscribing, that would be pretty cool too. So give that a go if you fancy. I am trying my best to stick to an upload schedule. Who saw that coming? But yeah, I guess I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye!